what I was saying was, I think in a certain way, I think you can take New York school technique anywhere. But part of what makes New York School is that it's in New York and it's these particular people. Like it is this social. I think that's part of what, like there's no one who's in New York School who's not attached to that particular thing. Even though there is a style, and you know, I don't think there was anything conscientious or like, I don't think there was like, hey guys, let's do this. I think it just was like organic. They probably saw what each other was doing. And I think what distinguishes the New York school is they were trying to imitate these particular group of poets and the work that these particular group of poets had done at that point in time, right? They're trying to imitate Ashbery, Frank O'Hara, Schuyler, Kenneth Koch, Barbara Grest in particular, among other people. Berrigan was reading everything, and he loved Corso and he loved Ginsberg and he, like I said, he loved fucking Paul Blackburn and Joel Oppenheimer. But like, they were really trying to imitate shit like how much longer will I be able to inhabit the divine sepulcher or whatever the fuck that poem is, or Portrait of Little J.A. in a Prospect of Flowers. The stuff from Some Trees, the stuff from Tennis Court Oath, Europe. They all talk about this fucking reading John Ashbery gave in Washington Square in 1963 when he still lived in France. Supposedly there were like 300 people there. Andy Warhol was there. And, it was supposed to be like the best reading anybody ever saw. He read The Skaters, which is this long poem he has. That's just like insane. Um, I don't know. I think probably to talk more about New York school, you'd have to read examples to get more specific. Um, like you can talk about, I don't know. Maybe I'll read some of my stuff, and that will be a way to talk about New York school. Um, okay. I don't know if I've read any of this shit before, but I'll read it again. Daily chant. We're making history, not studying it. On my days off, I listen to Chaka Khan. Run into Jennifer Juneau at Two Boots Patio, 7th Avenue South, where I'm loitering illegally with my nachos. She says, "Is this going to end up in a poem?" Ran into Jennifer Juneau. Snaps me out of my funk. The bath cake rises. Sitting on a park bench, it must have been this park. Fire on the mountain piped in through the fire hose. Speak of the devil. Lucifer is the morning star, which fell to the underworld when it tried to occupy the throne of God. The rebellious angel presided over a realm where torpid flowers grew in caves of fire. Saw one of my flyers on Carmine going into Blue Bottle. Doink the Clown and Hacksaw Jim Dugan had real heat. A match on the indie circuit in 2006 quickly degenerated into a shoot. It was a horrible, horrible work of art. Allergies are because all the trees are horny with 80% male nuts. Testosterone overabundance in Bayard Ale House. She said she'll bring a fresh nug bag. Music to my ears. I don't drink either. Sometimes I take Mondays off. You should text girls back who you face fucked. I want to be in her movie. Need to get paid for what I'm already doing. This crust punk woman yells in my face, "Shut up, Harry. Nobody likes Harry Potter anymore." Nice place to go ice fishing, making friends storming out of the event. Let me read some of my diary cuts that are not in the book, because probably everybody's heard everything in the book. So let me read some choice cuts from my diary. I haven't been writing that much recently because I've been, I don't even know what the fuck. I've been talking a lot and recording it. Let's try this one. December 4th, Peach Oggs. Peach Oggs. The city grows in the train, depending on what we're under. The right hand is actually more dangerous per spur. I met him once, providing a lifetime of clouds, resembling addicts of hallway winds. Do you know the answer? Psychic stipend, unloaded script, slow train horn honking, stuck to certificate, submarine band apart, just opened boxes, medication paper. I could work harder on everything. There's nothing to eat in my house. Passing acid, microgenerations. Barking up the wrong tree. Famous rock and roll photographers everywhere falling into the sky. Nobody roots for the underdog. He went into business for himself. Evolution never stops. Divorce adventure number 4. It was like when Thurston and Kim broke up. They got rid of their loft in Soho. He went to London and she to LA. This whole year was my birthday. These women have been my teachers. I've listened to their advice about my anger and resentment as they come in and out of my apartment, where the bedroom is in the living room. Schluck, schluck. Spit on the tip. Fuck the absolute shit out of you on the futon. Now would be a good time for a national emergency. Panic on the news. And danger in the air. This is called I Give Up. Bobby Darin's real name is Walden. Enormous afternoons sometimes get hot. I haven't done anything illegal yet. It's a great day to get divorced. She's so hot, the fucking bitch. Johnny Carson reciting the comedian as the letter C, a cappella cartoonist. Self-portrait as D.A. Levy. You hit me with the wind when you ran by. Leap for the stars, they might come true. You were laying it on pretty thick. I work for the church, live by example. I am the warmth pharaoh, counting Monte Cristo drama torpedoes. Eruptions of sanity occur as I sprinkle a little fairy dust over the bastard. Microdose, it's good for you. Microdose, it's good for you. I smoked weed in jail. Did crystal meth for a weekend. It was glorious. Life is a solitary party. Need to get toothpaste in garbage bags. Fell in with the wrong code. Nightingale Opus. Met the girls at One Star, the bar next to the dollar store on 24th Street. My videos have 12 plays. Forgot I made a sex tape last night. The difference between the stars is enormous. It's like I gave live birth in front of the audience. 12:11, you are reading your last free article. We were sold a bill of goods. Anything I want, I don't get. It's hard to believe I'm on health foods. Really Rise Gray Demolition Derby. Coming to you from Airline Marijuana, the band of 1,000 fantasies. Every pussy is tight if your dick is huge. It seems like the room wants to sleep sometimes too. Drips in a pool expand exponentially. Efforts snap against my head. The location is crying. Just like a one-winged dove, the bar is made of cash, stealing the crown, the books, the shrink wrap, my echo, my shadow, and me, showing me around the place, talk show set, and I can't even pay my rent. They were in this room if we are. I like reading at parties, writing in bars, circle jerks, and my asshole-ish personality. It's midnight and candles. The DJ is not taking requests. He will not play the Strokes. This is the rhythm of the night. Now is my chance to escape. Don't get cake on my book. Wrapped up like a douche. On the run from Johnny Law, stealing a car. It's more rebel. It's more outlaw. Pouring God into cheap everything, they gain rosaries. I get paid to watch. Message sent in invisible ink. Good thing I don't have the bow tie structure down. A panel is a pseudo event. They do it for the money. The ropey cum of Moby Dick. Life on parole. Cuffing season. Watching the parade on my phone. SpongeBob balloon. Boogermeister Booger. Grand Marshal Kevin Federline. Central Park West, the Dakota, where I was yesterday, bombing twice, Mario Lopez and family. The doctor prescribed sour diesel. Make an offer to yellow flying fish, crane style, welcomes the New York City Marathon. Is the one event apparent in all boroughs, uniting them in participation and frustration, disrupting the everyday traffic patterns of our lives and subway stops. Shit, this weed sucks. Now I'll have to deal with my life. I want to sperm deep into your ovaries with my hard dick. Hyperlinked magnolias no way will survive. It is not lost on me, though. Keep 'em coming. That poem is called Keep 'em Coming. The title of my next chapbook, Keep 'em Coming. By Frankly Fucking Fabulous. By the way, by my collected poems here, myself included. This was published in 2019 on my birthday. This has all the early work. It's got my political utopic manifesto from the 2017 classic. It's got my acid poems. Check it out from Rotcore, a subsidiary of Penguin Random House. They bought my publishing imprint for $3 billion. They bought my chapbook inventory, my archive. They bought my poetry archive on my YouTube page for $3 billion. I sold my archive for $3 billion. Hey, get paid what you're worth, right? That's the message. That's the message of our generation. Get fucking paid what you're worth. So I need $3 billion. For my KGB open mic tapes. Keep them coming. You couldn't ask for a better day. I lost my shit deflowering young virgins. These women will tell you anything you want to hear. Jacking off promotes your immune system. A giant inflatable acorn floating over 8th Avenue, sick on Thanksgiving, dining at Sparrow, parental advisory, explicit lyrics. I've got a business call at 5:30 p.m. Sold wine to Jesus and hurry up and wait. Chocolate-covered roses. Remember chocolate-covered roses. Splash off the apron. Busiest bar night of the year. Foaming atoms. Digging wild thunder. For now I'm a king. Bury me in my shades. I wasted my youth in music, eating restorative soup. You gotta hand it to Mark Marrow. The red dildo. Am I making it too much about me? Pay me in weed. It's 5 o'clock all the time. Comme si, comme ça. Weed twice smoked. Time for some law. Bernadette passed at 8 p.m. As I was thinking, I learned my chapbooks from the Burnett Mayer branch, Queens Public Library, It's a race to see when somebody's died who knows first. The situationists, true romance. You fit the bill. Tore down a la Rambo. Lord, it hurts sometimes. Trapped within the crypto sunset, fondling the snatches of young virgins aching to be fucked. After the poet's banquet in the lobby bar of the Chelsea Hotel, $35 hamburgers and $36 cocktails. If I can steal a line from the great Bobo Brazil, trapped in a Chinese finger cell, the mouths on some of you, the mouth on some of you. Participating in the sexual revolution ain't a word because it ain't in the dictionary. Shuttlecock. Shuttlecock. Cock. Sorry, if you're offended, then fuck you. Shuttlecock. If you're offended, then fuck yourself. I was staring into a tree at the end of the world. Blue butterflies behind the scenes. He'd give you the shirt off his back, even if it was autographed. Heavenly bodies know each other's position, locomotion clay, and other local phenomenon. Swift transitions hold the phone, skip the wait, last night on Earth. Till 2 a.m. I'm coming out, turn on a dime of the Earth poems, doing blow off a key in the middle of the dance floor. The Olive Garden breadsticks were sinfully delicious. I can go for some fucking Olive Garden right about now. I don't know about you. I'm sponsored by fucking Olive Garden, baby. I love it! Let's smoke more fucking weed. What do you say? Everybody watching at home, here's the game, okay? You have to smoke weed every time I smoke weed. And see if you can keep up with Frankly Fucking Fabulous. That's the drinking game. That's the scenes from a live stream drinking game, is you have to smoke weed every time I smoke weed. Or every time, I don't know, I complain about being passed over. Every time I get frustrated about poetry shit, you have to smoke weed. That's my trademark. Bird or froggy. Positioners of necessity. The definition of amen presents a child at baptism. The longer person was gaping. Someone clicked out, immediately disinterested. Harper lives there. Griffin lives there. My old stop. Rectangle your hell beaten to death with a chair. Came all the way out here on vacation. All the way through smooth into cheap room or world cataclysm. Natural disaster. Active volcano. She's determined to return. He sends me some pics of his studio in Midwood, near where they shoot the soaps. Hustle, fling, taffy-colored hoodie. Take the Poet Express to the one day we can do band practice. Need to vent, go unappreciated, get it out of my system. Transferring availability, she's my Rushmore Max. Now I'm Herman Bloom taking the local. We appreciate your patience. This message pertains to us, living out of storage, sleeping in the park. A millionaire gave me a job, and together we reinvigorated their empire. 3 days till the open mic is back. It's been a tough week. The difficulty level has gone up on the video game of life. You can localize all contracts anywhere. First time God, stand clear, secure your thoughts. Focus on satisfaction like sitting ducks with kind hearts, playing with Dasani ice. At least I didn't pay for it. In-ear monitors. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life. Worst case scenario, should have saved till tomorrow. Taping my lump, hitting my stride. Rebounder are Nepo babies. This kid's dad owns the Kids Bop empire. Making my chapbook while you make paintings, driving the lane, living in the paint. You think I just fell up? You think I just fell off the turnip truck? I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. What were you, born in a barn? Close the door. This new book is different, without long 4 and 5 page runs, and the font is smaller. Worst comes to worst, try to get it out of the way fast. Memo preaching, cold autumn, early dark, Nebraska umbrellas November, executive decision to proceed with weed acquisition. Executive decision to proceed with weed acquisition. As president, I acquired the 5 billion pounds of marijuana from Colombia and from Mexico because I didn't want to buy dirt weed. Caution firmly against the wind, yanking out of my hat, had my pronouns removed. So epic. Watch the whole thing, so epic. Subjects outside the self, going to science high school. I am a nerd for showbiz. Having a blonde girlfriend on Stone Lab, the Observatory Island. Smelling restaurant kitchens and dishwater. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life. The anagram of subtext is butt sex. Rewarding good behavior, punishing bad. NSA consultant Booz Allen Hamilton. In the Signal chat, with effective altruists, single party consent. Colloquial sociologist espionage. Colloquial sociologist espionage. That's what I consider my position in the fucking Academy of Life, which is throwing its fucking doors open. The Academy of the Future is opening its doors. That's like the key line of the New York School, I feel. That's an Ashbury line. The Academy of the Future is opening its doors. That's what the New York School is all about. And that's what I'm into, baby. I'm a freak for the Academy of the Future. You bet your ass. You bet your sweet ass. You bet your sweet life. Just vibing on the live stream. I'll read. This is a poetry marathon. I'll go all fucking night. This is for Bernadette. And face down in the guarantees. Okay, colloquial sociologist espionage. Face down thought it was one of my book. Pick up, see it's James hell of a season. I've got to put another book out before my life falls apart. Fuck, I could be getting laid right now. That's what's making my head hurt. Kenmore elite torquing the drive shaft. I opened my heart, then closed it real quick. When it got hurt many times in quick succession. I don't give a fuck about Alan Gilbert. The brunch's daughter, part of me says, clipping the meter. Broken beer bottle all over my heart. Wacky dacky doo, shaka doo, shaka doobie, wacka dacka doo, wackadocious, scatally boodly bodily goo, gaga ga, goo goo gaga. Hooking in on Beckett's townhouse, 432 Hudson, ba 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 boom, 19 ba 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 bum. I'll tell you this, how smart your business, of course, comes back to me. I made it rhyme with all my friends. I made it rhyme. All my friends fit into a baseball. Digging New York City for the aromas. Watermelon and cucumber. Is Malcolm Gladwell impressed? Let's ask him. Roaming down Hudson in the golden autumn light, I was betrayed, stabbed in the front by the algorithm of life. So I sit in front of a hair salon near Charles, kindly knitting into a pig's ear, looking for anywhere to sit. Brazilian blowout. Pharmacy chaos. We're fully committed. The royal, the editorial, Percival written on a waste receptacle. Dissociate, dissociate, dissociate my way out of the room. Throwing open the double doors. Flower burrow death drive. Butter up the rest of us. Batteries last a couple of weeks. Even one is a lost. All the performances are my children. Asking, what did you do last night? Hiding big rubber stacks, throwing elbows, spitting venom, and throwing ugly looks at the hot and verified. Have I been red-pilled? What color pill did I invent? Living like I'm still in high school. Living like I'm fucking still high in high school. Still high. I'm still fucking high. I was high when I wrote this. I was high when I read this. I was high when I was born. I'll be high when I'm fucking dead. Shakadoo, shakadoo, waka daka daka. Work from home somewhere different. Interchangeable locations. Berkshire Hathaway. You make me sick. This place fucking sucks. Pulling down a Situation street. Bolted ahead. Back oversized art t-shirt reads, text me when you get home. You're only punishing yourself. This place fucking sucks. That's probably the best line of poetry. That couplet right there. You make me sick. This place fucking sucks. That's like an insanely good line. You make me sick. This place fucking sucks. That's like Limp Bizkit. Everything sucks. I do want to read just this little part. 80% of the trees in New York City are male. The whale lost its mind, fucking the glass. The whale lost its mind, fucking the glass in Indianapolis. Cum doesn't sink, it floats. Like a boat. Like a boat. Cum doesn't sink, it floats. Okay? Just think about that for a second. Just dwell on that. Cum doesn't sink. It floats. Cum doesn't sink. Floats. Like a boat. Then it dissipates. He was fucking the aquarium so much. The pool filled with jizz. The pool filled with jizz. The pool filled with jizz. He was fucking the aquarium so much, the pool filled with jizz. The whale. The whale lost its mind fucking the glass in Indianapolis. Cum doesn't sink, it floats like a boat, then it dissipates. He was fucking the aquarium so much. The pool filled with jizz. Pool filled with jizz. Pool filled with jizz. And he drowned. The pool filled with jizz. The pool filled with jizz. The pool filled with jizz. And he drowned. Poor guy. Fucking guy. That sucks, man. That's fucking animal abuse. Inhumane. My cousins use Twitter. My doorknob keeps rattling. Kelsey asks if I think I'll be famous after I die. I had a dream you came to me in the plaza, but it won't happen. When you think you're Larry, but really you're Hank. If you want to see every major poet in New York City, just sit on 2nd Avenue and they'll come by. There's a diner right across the street from our house. Pulling up the jet ski to see the whale's eye. Getting blazed like John Ritter. Can't believe we're going to get kicked out of the Algonquin Hotel for being too drunk. They just redid the kitchen. Organic generation with the butterfly's wings flapping. 4 million watts of speaker power in the houseboat at Sheepshead Bay. Head of creative, head of talent. The sizzle, the steak. Can't believe we're going to get kicked out of the Algonquin Hotel for being too drunk. They just redid the kitchen. Organic generation with the butterfly's wings flapping. 4 million watts of speaker power in the houseboat at Sheepshead Bay. Head of creative, head of talent. The sizzle, the steak. The sizzle and the steak. A history of women's bodies. We love Grandpa. We have no grandpas left. Can you FaceTime me into the service? The My Berzenbruge book is great to roll joints on. See, that's a throwback. See, it's great to roll joints on because it's really long. That's the joke there. The joke is because the lines are long, the book is wide, so it's great to roll joints. I mean, look at the surface area of this book. It's great to roll joints on. It's perfect for that. It's flappy and wide. So that's what that joke means. The My Berzenbruge book is great to roll joints on. Free man in paradise, smoking the star fucker machine, who spilled dots of period blood across my sheets, made testicle innovation whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. If we consider a zero transaction cost, how will public choice respond to it? I heard some fucking idiot say that on the street. If we consider a zero transaction cost, how will public choice respond to it? That's like the worst sentence I've ever heard. Free man in paradise smoking the star fucker machine, who spilled dots of period blood across my sheets, made testicle innovation whoop that trick. If we consider a zero transaction cost, how will public choice respond to it? You look high in that picture. I was high. A lock on the meadowlands, newly ombre and pavement stacks, activating this plaza with an extra hour of night before people get tired, sitting behind a fountain, noticing everything. Yards barge control, Victor godless schlepping groceries and camera up 2nd Avenue at East 7th Street. You look high in that picture. I was high. I think that's everybody at home needs the toke now. Sorry, that's the rule. That's the law of the live stream. Unintended candles. Oh yeah, I saw Victor Godless. He's a photographer. He's a famous he's another rock and roll photographer. So my line about rock and roll photographers, once again, there's all these rock and roll photographers hanging around downtown. Victor Godless schlepping groceries and camera up 2nd Avenue at East 7th Street. Victor Godless. Once again, so it's a cameo, right? It's yeah, I'm glad you're smoking at home. This is so cool. I like hanging out on the live stream. It's a cool, I get to practice. And I did want to read some. I haven't really been, this is ideal. This is what I should have did at the party the other night. Is I really should just read. I do all this other stupid shit. Unintended candles. A perfect walk along this length, 68-degree Fahrenheit night, Chelsea Hotel barred room. Bobby lived at 911, drinking pink gin or Hemingway daiquiris. The impromptu poetry salon went on throughout the day. Two women on my platform bed. The waters don't really go down on me. If I put the lanyard on a little parachute, I could throw it out the window to let people in. Oh, and then this is the part about Billy Pedlett. So some of this I transcribed from my chat book. Old Milwaukee. Okay, so this is one. This is around the time my grandpa died. So a lot of these poems that are in my chat book are like kind of about that. That thing about I have no grandpas. Heat nap. So I'm reading like reverse chronologically. So that was like, this is November 2nd. So I've been reading backwards, kind of from the present. The first stuff I was reading was like the most recent stuff. And so this is like from November 2nd. Heat nap. Tonight I'll be performing my 5-minute one-person show at Soho Playhouse. Spend less money by eating at home. Figaro, Mermaid Oyster Bar, Zirconian Circumference Zirconium Circumference Caucus coming to a theater near you. He wants his grandsons to be his pallbearers, but the weather matches my scarf. He would have wanted it this way. Beautiful sunset over the Old Tangy, orange, blue, yellow, purple. His last words to me were, thanks. You'll only get one chance to go to a funeral. My kink is not going. At least I've never been to rehab or jail. Google says each may honor the memory of the past as they are comfortable. Celebrating 50 years at Sterling Lord, held on to their 66th wedding anniversary, Army strong, lapsing into ordering boots against the foot of the bed in delirious hallucinations. Episodes of the past crashing randomly, the present frequency. Are you coming back for Christmas? Pretty soon we'll all be dead. Driving the pontoon over the river Styx. He would want us to enjoy this moment in each other's company in honor of his memory, his life as he lived it. Aunt Patty wasn't there, Uncle Mike dealing with their own lives. Families like religion, strength in numbers approach to not living on the street, running away from home, living overseas. Nice synth 63 with horn. Cork Wine Bar Soho. Can't miss this yellow. I'd much rather zoom with the furthest past and youngest future in a buckling minute. Taking a break at 9 p.m. Writing you out of his will. Grandma's a mess. The doctor sent them home, vitals stabilized. In the picture, his hand looked already dead. We have this idyllic scene in our head of the old man passing surrounded by loving family, but maybe he wanted to be alone. Grandpa's free now and alone on his own for the first time in almost 70 years. Jonathan Galassi dining al fresco, Ciccio Soho. He didn't drink water. A drag king whose snake is a dick, staying in my apartment, 5-day weekend collaborating. Maybe I should try writing, get published by FSG, pin up bicycles in Amsterdam. Was this where Bruce McCulloch's one-man show was? If so, I would have gone. Dutch elm disease mariner bringing money into an establishment. Do my 5 minutes, then leave. How much for the room? He worked in advertising in Chicago. The original actors he wanted were Tom Hanks for Neil Page and John Travolta as Del Griffith. Trying to think of how to get out of it. Should I tell them I got COVID? The Hudson sunset is a treasure chest. Thinking with its cunt. I'm still healed. Why didn't you just say that? Running for re-election, pulling names out of a hat, doing research for my own show in his memory. The day was gorgeous here, too. A preliminary gift released by the mortal spirit. I left the house twice just for laughs. Think he saw TikTok and was ready to go. We get older into our own lives with no money. So these, like, yeah, this is my, these are really my works, is these notebooks. To be honest, these are like my real pieces. Like, because they're really a series and they're chronological and it's ongoing. If I had a choice, I'd publish all of it. If I could publish all of it, or just like somehow fucking 3D print this exact thing and just like completely duplicate this and sell this, I would sell this. Because this is the fucking piece. The thing is, the fucking, these are just a way to type this up and get it to people in the easiest way possible. Or I do the YouTube videos. You know, like, you can watch my long videos and I read the whole thing, but it's really one long, like, Proustian masterwork of, like, an autobiography and poetry. You know, here's everything that fucking happened to me. Here's a lot of people, a lot of characters. You know, like, it lapses in and out of, you know, I don't really, but like, that has a lot of shit about like my family, and like, it's kind of more, it kind of stays on one subject, and like, there's a little bit more seriousness to it. But it was like an episode. That whole period of days, I was thinking about that, and like, so for that week or whatever, you know, that's kind of that chapter, I guess. Like I said, I published the whole fucking thing. I have to excerpt when you cut stuff out, you know, but it's just shit that I write as I go along, you know. Not that anybody asked, but okay. I just keep going backwards. November 4th, Scribe. Scribe. I love titles. I'm always thinking of titles, and so I just need to, like, have a place to write the titles down. You got to write a poem for the title. Once you think of a title, it's like, fuck, I gotta, oh yeah, speaking of which, there was a poem I didn't read in here. Leavings. I'll do, you'll make, will be. That's the whole poem. It's called Leavings. I'll do, you'll make, will be. Leavings. Okay. So this is called Scribe. Arrange for the ladies to meet me at One Star, the bar next to the dollar store. Is the desert art? I'm paraphrasing. Crystal and silica. Never expected to see you here. Transferring from the G to the L. At Metropolitan was my life, 2011 to 2018. Wait 9 minutes to ride one stop, Brooklyn Standard, the Jewel sandwich on gluten-free bread. Corny booked the Montreal Screwjob according to his theme song. I like the idea of penalizing the elites. Should I have gotten off at Bedford, 7 degrees sunny, casting daylight underground? I hate writing about trains. Tried to read from a picture I took. It didn't work. This 2 minutes is taking longer than I thought. No harm, no foul. Angry, eggs. It's a dream to be alive. November 2nd, Kinney's Castaways. The city of New York is still running in place. In the arms of another storm sounds good live. Above the canopies of the Golden Harvest and picturesque stone clock tower, that's literally a line from a police song with higher production values. We shared the forgiving sky, a niche viewership, organic ground black pepper, making a plan to loop creatively to feed myself tomorrow, digging the streets in the dark, Ric Flair's woo wings in Red Hook or East Flatbush. You're doing a great thing, providing a valuable public performance. Does the cheap rent get anything out of it? There's no turning back. This may come as a shock to you. The ambulance harmonized perfectly with the vocal and panic desperation of the song. This may come as a shock to you. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so this is a long one. We'll call this, fuck, I need a good title. Hold on. Let me find a good title real fast. Okay, we'll call this Think Fast or Emo Rap Concert. Whatever you want. You can choose your own. Emo rap concert or think fast. Rolling a joint in front of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, dressed like I'm Indiana Jones. So this is a Halloween poem. Top network. Rolling a joint in front of the Stay Puft Marshmallow. Okay, everybody's got to smoke. Rolling a joint in front of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Everybody's smoking at home. This is audience participation. YouTube just canceled me. YouTube is censoring me because of my fucking radical. It's legal, YouTube. Okay, children don't watch. My favorite thing is smoking weed and live streaming. Rolling a joint in front of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, dressed like I'm Indiana Jones. That's what I do with my life, pal. It's a free country. You do what you want. What do you do with your life? Rolling a joint in front of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Top network brass, NBC, CBS, ABC, KGB. The numbers are good. Are the numbers down? Au gratin bromides, cavern soup. Should have stayed with the comedy party Monday, though I